Hey there, Tiffany. My name is Courtney, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things you can do today to help bring in more pet owners to your business. Oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are way too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they don't know who's an expert and who is. I have found by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and asking me to help them grow. So by the end of this video, you've liked what you heard and you can see that I have a lot of tricks on my sleeve that can help your business. Shoot me a message back and we can chat. So now let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition, which are content, citations, and backlinks. So content. Most business owners know that they need content, but they don't know, a lot of them don't know that studies have shown that Google wants for there to be at least 1,500 words on the home page. Not only that, the content needs to have the right keywords. Google does this because it gets them to know where your business is and its purpose. Right now, your site has about 734 words, and I went ahead and did the same thing to the top competitor in Virginia Beach. And they're looking at 875, very beatable, obviously very beatable, by the way. They just put in slightly more effort into their content. So let's see. So going back over here, so going into detail content, so keywords. If you're not familiar, are words or phrases that people search up to each month to help resolve their issues or concerns that they're going through. And you guys miss out on a lot of pet owners by not having these keywords on your website and by not having them properly displayed. All right, so just to give you an idea, so everything that you see highlighted, including photos, anything that you see, this is what Google looks at when it comes to scanning your site. And you even want to make sure the photos, any photos you have on here, you want to make sure they are embedded with the correct keywords. Okay, so this is an example of what I mean. So this is good. Whoever designed your website, they did a good job at adding these to there. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna see if this one has it. All right, so this one does not have it. So you want to make sure all of the photos, not just certain ones, but all of them have the proper identification on the photos. So going over here to Ahrefs, this is a tool that essentially gives me the behind the scenes details on what Google looks at when it comes to ranking a site. And I ran a quick scan of you and your competitor just to look at a couple of things, one of them being keywords. And you guys are ranking for a little over 1,000 at the moment. All right, we're just going to look at what a few of those keywords are. All right, okay, so let's see. Okay, so looking at these like plants and just from these, so these right here, these aren't the most optimized for people who are trying to find you, because you don't want people to just be searching for you because of your name, right? You want to think of the people who don't know your business name. So you want to have keywords that are geared towards them finding you guys. And I'm going to give you an example of what I mean very shortly. We're just going to take a look at your competitor. They are ranking for 254 keywords at the moment. So let's take a look at what just a few of those are. Okay, so these are some examples. So these are this is example, these are examples, these are okay examples. So these are some examples to think of consider when it comes to adding keywords to your website. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a keyword and and I'm going to place a keyword into Google, and this vet Virginia Beach VA, and we're just going to go over the page. All right, so this is going to go into the second thing I want to go to, but first I'd like to talk about this ad right here. So ads can actually work really well, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, which is your website, isn't dialed in. So you want to be careful not to burn your money with Google ads until you know for sure that your site will convert. Right? So going into the second thing I like to go over, which are citations. What a citation is and why it's important, I will go over it very shortly. So this right here is the map pack, and over here we can see displayed our business's name, address, and phone number. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. Now, how you actually show up in Maps. This is a picture that I have right here just to illustrate to you guys. So having your business's name, address, and phone number, you want to have it distributed across hundreds of directories, right? So you want to have it on places like BBB, City Star, Yelp, even Facebook, and hundreds of more. And the goal is you want to have more than your competitor, because this will give you more trust in them from Google, and it'll push you above them in the map pack. And how to actually go about getting this is actually pretty simple. So there are sites that tell us exactly what directories your competition is listed on. Then we can go down their list and match those directories. But we don't want to just stop there, because we don't want to just match them, right? We want to dominate them. So in order for us to dominate them, we need to get what they got, then add 50 to 100 more, so that it takes them a long time to catch up. All right, so going back over here, this is the spot. This is where you want to be. You want to be in the top 3 results, because this is where people click on. This is where people do not go on more businesses. So, and the higher you are up, the more clicks you get. All right. So going on to the last thing I'd like to discuss, which are backlinks or link juice. This third pillar will really help you to dominate on Google. Because as you can see, when we searched up Virginia Beach, this pretty little special keyword, so we see the results, and the up here is where you want to be, the top 3, because again, this is where people click on. The higher up you are, the more clicks you get, right? So in order to get up here, you want to have authority. And how you get authority comes down to backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. It's like a vote of confidence. And in Google's eyes, this is passing authority. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. So for example, if you have a local blog talking about dog care and the best places to take them to the vet in your area, that's a lot more effective to have them pointing to you versus having something like a Pizza Hut linking to you guys. So going back over here to Ahrefs, this is a tool that is a really good tool that helps us to take a look at what backlinks are there. So over here, you guys are ranking for a little over 1,000 backlinks at the moment, and we're just going to take a look at your competitor. All right, and then these guys are ranking for, they have 112. And now you might be wondering, like, wow, I have a lot more backlinks than them, so why the heck aren't I, at least like on the first page? Why aren't I up there? And that's a good question, and it just boils back down to quality over quantity. You don't want just any backlinks, because not all backlinks are created equal. Some backlinks will not give you power there, and so you want to be mindful of the type of backlinks you get, right? So you can get a lot more power from like two backlinks that could just be powerful enough to actually bump you up to where you want to be. So just keep that in mind. And how to actually go about getting backlinks and actually outcompeting the competitor is also pretty simple. So there are tools like Ahrefs, where we can see exactly which sites are linking to your competitor, and we go get those same links for your business. So in closing, we went over content. Your front page needs to have at least 1,500 words. Citations, you want to have 200 to 300 of these to beat out the competition by a landslide. And link juice, you need more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority. And if you implement these strategies, you can be #1 across Google today. So I bet you're wondering, what do I do now? And you can either go with this information I provide you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call or text at 218-517-5513. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Bye.